It's true though. Hey, there's David Cinelli.
Ariana and I.
We're realtors with One of the Page Signature. This is
Fast Talk Friday.
Because it's Friday. And we're talking fast. This one we have to probably talk faster. We want to stick into a couple of minutes here.
Yeah.
What is our topic for today?
Pre-construction, and specifically what risks can be associated with buying this type of property.
Yeah, so in case you don't know what pre-construction is, it's when a builder has a plan for a property and they sell the property based on floor plans and renderings, what the property should look like in those kinds of situations. So sometimes projects here in Toronto can be as little as 3 years out all the way to 8, 9 years out, could be sometimes with delays. So what are the things, the reason why it could be 7 or 8 years, and one of the risks you may have is delays. Delays. Yeah. It's not uncommon for you to purchase a property you thought was supposed to be built in 2021, and it's not going to be built until 2024. It's one of my pre-constructions, but I'm telling you that. Again, we bought it for an investment, so for us, I don't care. But one of the risks, if you are looking to move into the property, that could be an issue. Yeah.
And let's say the building is ready, your floor is ready, but the other units aren't ready yet. You might move in there, and then you have to pay what's called a phantom mortgage. And again, it's not guaranteed.
Occupancy. We call it a phantom mortgage because you're basically paying rent.
Yeah, and again, it's not guaranteed how long you might be paying this, right? So if there are further delays, you might be paying this longer than you expected. So that's another thing to definitely be aware of.
Yeah, one of my clients, when I met her, she's probably following on as she watches this. When I met her, she was 8 months pregnant. They had already moved into their condo. Fast forward 2 years, she had on her second child, just got registered. So she paid a phantom mortgage. Her and her husband were paying phantom mortgage for 2 years. That's not common, but it can happen. It could be so that means basically what you're doing is you're living in your unit, you're paying the builder a portion of your taxes and some of the maintenance fees as well, but nothing is going towards your principal. So that's why we say it's like you're renting, because you technically don't own that unit until it's registered in your name. So there are some great builders that they cap that at 6 months. They say, once you get occupancy, most of your mean there's about 6 months. They are the gold standard. I'm not saying their names, just because I don't want to give any favoritism. But there are some really good companies that do that, and they make sure that your occupancy will be low. But sometimes other smaller ones don't have that, and it's within their legal right. One of the major issues we just talked about too is happening lately as well.
Sometimes the builders will sell out more of the units that they should right off the bat, and then if prices of materials and labor costs go up and there are delays, that might be an issue, and they might not be able to finish the project if they sold out. Yeah, or even started if they sold out all the units right away. So as a builder, they should not be selling 100% of the units right away.
Yeah, so a lot of times the more experienced builders will set out in increments when they sell for certain units. So sometimes if you get it right away, you get a better deal. If you wait for a year or 2 years, what it does is it helps with inflation and prices in case there's things like that happen. We also had a situation well, not me personally, but there was a situation that happened where builders sold all 100% of the units, and they didn't get approval from the city. So sometimes they do that. Well, sometimes it doesn't get approved at all. And if you pay a deposit, you have 100% that gets returned to you without any interest. So say the project's canceled over 4 or 5 years, you've lost opportunity cost because you could have put that money towards something else. That's if you get that money back. Or the other thing is the project, because they sold out 100%. They couldn't make any money on it, so they would lose money. Obviously, they couldn't build on that. So that's a risk. Another risk, we were hearing some scams as well.
Yeah, so with recent scams that we've heard, they might be offering financing that doesn't actually exist, so that might entice you to sign up, give your deposit, and then the account that's taking the deposit might be fake as well. So there's just a lot of fraud going on. Right. That is scary, but it is happening.
Yes. So that being said, we are talking about the negatives of pre-construction, but there are a lot of positives as well. Again, we can talk about that another day, but there are, myself personally, I bought this, I'm already on my 4th one. They aren't already built yet. So I am a proponent of it as long as the right project comes along, the right builder. So there are a lot of advantages. There's a pay structure, there's when you have to get your mortgage, etc. So we are just kind of telling you, everyone talks about how great sometimes pre-construction is. Sometimes we don't always talk about some of the pitfalls, so we're just kind of highlighting on those in this video today. So. hopefully you enjoyed it and hopefully you learned something. There are more, both good and bad. You can write in the comments if you want below. You can tell, I was going to say something else, but sorry. If you have any questions you want for us to talk about next time, feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you.